Hello everyone. In this video we are going to go over the third challenge for the introduction to pandas. This challenge is going to be very similar to challenge number 2 with a little bit of change, and let's just take a look at what it is. It shouldn't last that long. So as before, we import pandas and also we load our data. This challenge basically is asking us to come up with a number of people with two categories. If they have what is their income, and also what is their level of education. So basically we want to have a table of on the rows having the different education levels, and on the columns having different income levels. So it's going to be the challenge going to be like creating that placeholder, and now you have to use the row and the columns to calculate a number that you have to put in each cell. So before continuing to watch this video, give this a pause, perhaps 5 to 15 minutes. Try to do this on your own, and if you were still being challenged, and then continue watching. So if we continue and look at how one would go about this, you can see that the first thing I have done here, I have created a placeholder for my calculations. To create that placeholder, I found the unique values for the columns and the unique values for the rows. So I'm using the unique values for the education as index for this data frame that I'm using for a placeholder, and also unique value for education as the columns. So now that I have this placeholder, I'm calling it income. Now I need to create a nested loop, and like the previous challenge, do a boolean mask, but this time the boolean mask has two parts that you have to figure out, and then do some calculation and put the value where it needs to go. So you could write it like this, or you could also write it like dot add. So this is just a another way of doing the same thing. So you can like access and like change by bracket and then bracket, or also you can say dot add then, and then treat the data frame like a matrix. And this is the correct outputs. And of course I'm like sorting the values based on the 50K, so it could be helpful to see the trends here. So if you haven't already tried to go all the way, stop this video, and before trying to watch the rest of it, try to fill out these spots that I have left, and try to get this answer here. And then once you have given a try and then found the answer, you can continue watching, and you will see the way I have done this at the end of this video. So as before, like we saw in the a minute ago above here, we created that placeholder that all of them are 0. And once we have that placeholder, now we have to go through a loop on all of the education, and also a loop on all of the incomes. So we know there are 2 income possibility here. There are like more than 10 possibilities here. Now inside the loop, I have to create a boolean mask based on both the income level and the education level, and I'm using that from these loops. And then once I have that, I filter the data and do the summation on the final weight, and then I put that in where I want it to go. Once I run this, I'll see that my output